So when I was thinking about getting a caravan, I had to try and find out how much my vehicle could tow. So I started to do some research online. But I quickly got very confused with all the different types of caravan weights and all the different types of vehicle weights, and it felt as though everyone was saying something different. And I just wanted a simple explanation of what all the weights meant and how they referred to each other. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. I'm basically creating the video that I would have wanted when I started my caravan and towing journey. So in this video, we're going to start by breaking down all the different types of caravan weights that you need to know. We're then going to break down all the different types of vehicle weights that you need to know, and we're then going to look at them together. So how do they refer to each other, and how can you work out how much you can tow and if you have a safe towing match. So if that's the information you're looking for, then keep watching. Okay, so let's start with the caravan weights. Now, the first one we're going to talk about is your MIRO. So M-I-R-O, and that stands for mass in running order. The best way to think of the MIRO weight is it's the weight of the caravan when it leaves the factory. It's empty. It sometimes has allowances for things such as a full gas bottle or any onboard water that the caravan may have, but it's basically an empty caravan. Now, the MIRO for my GoPod is 540 kilograms. Now, you have to take the MIRO with a bit of a pinch of salt because some things aren't included in that weight. For example, things such as a leisure battery, if you have a motor mover fitted, or anything else that may have been attached or fitted to the caravan that isn't included in the MIRO weight. The MIRO is an empty caravan when it leaves the factory. So now let's move on to your MTPLM weight. And this is probably the weight that you're going to need to know the most. So it stands for maximum technically permissible laden mass. So this is the maximum weight that the caravan can be safely loaded to based on its weight rating of the axle and the load weighting of the tyres. So after you've packed all your stuff in the caravan, this is the maximum amount that the caravan can weigh. So for my GoPod, its MTPLM is 750 kilograms. So you've got your MIRO, which is your empty caravan when it just leaves the factory, and you've got your MTPLM, which is a fully packed caravan to its maximum weight. Now, in between those two weights, you have your payload, which is exactly as it suggests. It's the weight of the stuff that you can put inside of the caravan. So this is all your stuff such as your bedding, your food, your kitchen stuff, utensils, pots and pans, an awning if you travel with the awning in the caravan, a TV. Again, this will include your motor mover that would get fitted later, any clothing that you have, anything that you put into the caravan on top of the MIRO weight is classed as your payload. Now, all of these weights go together because basically your MIRO, your empty caravan, plus your payload, the amount of stuff you can put in or on your caravan, equals your MTPLM. So the maximum weight that the caravan can be when you are towing it. So for my GoPod, my MIRO is 540 kilograms, my payload is 210 kilograms, so my MTPLM is 750 kilograms. Now, when you are shopping for a caravan, the most important figure that you're looking for is the MTPLM. So what is the maximum weight that the caravan's going to be when towing? And you need to make sure that your vehicle can safely tow that weight. Now, I did say that you should take your MIRO with a pinch of salt. So that also means you should take the payload with a pinch of salt. Because the MIRO doesn't include things such as the leisure battery, a motor mover, anything else you've had fitted to the caravan, maybe you've had a big TV put in there or something, all of these things will affect your payload. So one of the best things that I recommend you do is when you get your caravan, take it to a weighbridge and weigh it empty, and then take that figure away from the MTPLM, and then that will give you your payload and it'll be much more accurate than kind of what the brochure says, because you will then know exactly how much space you have got left to put in other things such as clothing, cutlery, kitchen utensils, food, anything else, etc. Okay, so that's the Caravan done. Now let's talk about your vehicle. And the first thing we're going to talk about on your vehicle is your curb weight. So this is similar to the Miro. It is an empty vehicle. So if your vehicle is completely empty and you parked it on the curb and you are looking at it, there's nothing in it, that is your curb weight. It is the weight of an empty vehicle. Now the next one we're going to talk about is your gross weight. This is sometimes called the gross vehicle weight, which is GVW, or the maximum authorised mass, which is MAM. Now this weight is similar to the Caravan's MTPLM. It's basically the maximum weight that the vehicle can be when it's got the driver in, passengers and cargo. And then the final weight is your payload. This is the maximum amount that you can put into the vehicle without exceeding the gross weight. So your curb weight, empty vehicle, plus your payload, how much you can put in your vehicle, should equal your gross weight, the maximum weight of your vehicle. So for my little Citroen Nemo van, I have a curb weight of 1,140 kilograms, I have a payload of 660 kilograms, and I have a gross weight of 1,800 kilograms. So you can see how they're quite similar to a Caravan. We've got an empty weight, we've got a payload, and we've got a maximum weight. Now there is one other weight on your vehicle which is very important to know for towing, and that is your train weight. So the train weight is the weight of a fully loaded vehicle plus the weight of a fully loaded trailer or caravan. So it's your vehicle's gross weight plus your caravan's MTPLM. Now, as a bit of a side note, this train weight of a fully loaded vehicle plus a fully loaded trailer or caravan usually refers to braked trailers. So when you look at how much your vehicle can tow, sometimes it will say braked trailers and unbraked trailers. Now, an unbraked trailer is kind of what the name suggests. It's something you're towing behind you that doesn't have any brakes. So your vehicle is responsible for stopping itself and whatever it's towing. So when you look at the unbraked trailer weight of what you can tow, that is usually a lot less. So when you're looking at the train weight, that is usually the maximum amount that the vehicle can tow. So it usually refers to braked trailers. And that means that whatever you are towing also has its own set of brakes. Now, most caravans do, unless you're going probably into like folding caravans. I'm not sure if they have their own brakes on them. But if you're looking in terms of like traditional caravans, they will usually have their own set of brakes. So when I tow my GoPod, when I brake on my van, the brakes on the Caravan are also applied. So both the Caravan and the van are braking. My van isn't responsible for stopping both itself and the Caravan. So that's why you can tow more on brake trailers as opposed to unbraked trailers. So when you're looking at the train weight, it's usually referring to braked trailers. Okay, so now that we know all these different weights, how can you actually work out how much your vehicle can tow? Well, an easy thing to do would just be able to look in the handbook. It will probably specify how much your vehicle can tow in an unbraked trailer and a brake trailer. But you may not have that information. I know that when I bought my van second-hand, I didn't have a handbook with it. However, all is not lost, because inside your vehicle, you will have a wayplate somewhere. I'll put a picture of mine on the screen. They're usually metal wayplates. However, sometimes they are just like adhesive stickers. They're usually in like doorways or something. So have a look around your vehicle for something that looks like this. Now, the two figures that you need to pay attention to are the top figure and then the figure below that. So the first and second figure. So the top figure is your vehicle's gross weight. So again, the gross weight is the maximum amount that your vehicle can weigh when it's fully loaded with driver, passengers and cargo. So you can see for my van, my gross weight is 1,800 kilograms. Now the second figure, the one below that, is the train weight. So remember that the train weight is the gross weight of the vehicle plus the maximum amount that it can tow. That gives you the figure of the train weight, which in my case for my van is 2,800 kilograms. So in order for you to calculate how much your vehicle can tow, you just need to take the second figure of the train weight and minus the first figure of the gross weight, and that will give you the difference, which will be the MTPLM of the Caravan that you need to buy. It should not go over that figure. So in my example, my train weight is 2,800 kilograms. My gross weight of my vehicle is 1,800 kilograms. So therefore, the maximum amount that my vehicle can tow is 1,000 kilograms. So if I was going caravan shopping, I should not buy a caravan that has a maximum weight, an MTPLM of over 1,000 kilograms, because my vehicle is not legal to tow it. So hopefully that makes sense. Just basically find the weight plate on your vehicle, take the second figure minus the top figure, and then that will give you the maximum amount that your vehicle can tow. However, just because it says you can tow it doesn't mean you should tow it. And in a second, I'm going to give you a calculation that you can use to work out if the caravan you're thinking of purchasing is a safe towing match for your vehicle and also for your level of experience when it comes to towing. We'll talk about that in just a second. But first of all, I want to talk about nose weight. Now, the nose weight is one of the type of weight that you're going to have to be aware of when you are towing. And it applies to both the vehicle and the caravan. Because the nose weight is basically the downward force that the caravan's hitch puts on the back of your vehicle on the tow ball. So your caravan will have a maximum nose weight limit. That will be printed on the hitch of your caravan. Your vehicle and your tow ball will also have a maximum nose weight limit. Now it's important that you know what these figures are. For me, it's 60 kilograms. Now, just because it is 60 kilograms doesn't mean I want to go all the way up to 60 kilograms, because that can put too much strain on the back of the vehicle and on the suspension. But at the same time, I also don't want to go too light. So I don't want to make the nose weight too light on the back of the vehicle, because that would affect the stability, the traction and the steering. So basically you're looking for a nice balanced connection between the caravan and the vehicle. The easiest way to do this is when they're hitched up is to look at them. They should look nice and level. The caravan shouldn't look as though it's nose down, and it shouldn't look like it's nose in the air. Now, the way that you can influence the nose weight of the caravan on the back of the vehicle is basically how you pack it. So if I put more stuff at the front of the caravan, it's going to be heavier at the nose. If I put more stuff at the back of the caravan, it's going to be lighter at the nose. This is why they always say that when you pack a caravan, you should always put the weight over the axles, because that is the most balanced place and it will help keep the caravan steady, meaning that you're not going to go over your nose weight, but at the same time, you're going to have a good balanced connection between the hitch and the tow bar. Now, if you need to find out what your nose weight is exactly, you can get a nose weight gauge. And it's basically just like a stick that kind of presses down. You put it under the hitch of the caravan and you just wind the caravan onto it, and it will press it down until eventually the jockey wheel will lift up and it'll just be balanced on this stick. And then whatever it reads, that will be your nose weight. Of course, don't go over the maximum nose weight, but still make sure you have that good balanced connection. Okay, so now that we've had that little detour talking about nose weight, let me now give you a calculation for working out if you have a safe towing match between your caravan and your vehicle. So this basically all comes down to how much influence your caravan will have on your vehicle. So if you imagine a very, very light vehicle towing a caravan that is very, very, very heavy, that caravan will be able to influence the vehicle. So if that caravan hit a pothole, if it dropped off a curb, I don't know, if some wind hit it or if the back end got knocked or something, if that caravan jolted, it would be able to pull the car about because the caravan will be really heavy compared to the weight of the car. Where on the other hand, if you have a really, really heavy vehicle and it's towing something really, really small and really, really light, then whatever it's towing isn't really going to have any influence on the vehicle. So that little thing that it's towing could bounce around all over, it could hit potholes, it could, do you know what I mean? And it's not going to influence the vehicle as much, it's not going to pull it about as much. So therefore it's a safer towing match. So when it comes to matching a caravan to a vehicle, there's this thing known as the 85% rule. Now this isn't a legal requirement, you don't have to stick to this, but it is sensible, especially if you are new to towing. So basically the 85% rule states that the MTPLM of your caravan, the maximum weight of your caravan, should be less than 85% of the curb weight, the empty weight, of your vehicle. Now the way that you work this out is you take the MTPLM of the caravan, you divide it by your vehicle's curb weight, and then you will times it by 100. So let me give you an example. My GoPod has an MTPLM, a maximum weight of 750 kilograms, and my van has a curb weight, an empty weight of 1,140 kilograms. So I take 750 kilograms from my GoPod, I divide it by 1,140 from my vehicle, and I times it by 100. That gives me a figure of 66%. So I am below the 85% threshold. So between my van and my caravan, I have a safe towing match. Now, if you are brand new to towing, then I would stick to that 85% rule, and I would make sure that whatever you are buying doesn't weigh more than 85% of your vehicle's curb weight. Now, if when you do that calculation, the figure comes out above 85%, it doesn't mean that you can't tow it. As long as it's within the legal limits of your vehicle, you can still tow it. But extra caution should be taken, and ideally, that should be reserved for people who are more experienced at towing. Now, if you do this calculation and it comes out with over 100%, so the maximum weight of your caravan is more than the curb weight, the empty weight of your vehicle, then really it's not a good towing match. So just because your vehicle says you can tow it, doesn't mean that you should be towing it. If you are brand new to it and you're shopping for your first caravan, then buy a caravan that is within the limits that your vehicle can tow and that weighs less than 85% of your vehicle's curb weight. That will make sure you have a safe towing match. It will also put less strain on your vehicle's engine, and it will also give you better miles to the gallon. But hopefully you found this video helpful and you now have the tools to be able to calculate how much your vehicle can tow and what would be a safe towing match for your vehicle and also your level of experience. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next adventure.